Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning. We are back rolling, back working. We got the sun starting to come up. We're on a frigid North Dakota run. Truck's currently reading 17 degrees. I think it's actually a little bit colder than that. I think it's more like 14, somewhere like that. But I don't see any real wind, so it's still not too bad. We are cruising right along. I pray and hope that everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving spent with family and friends. Given the nature of things going on around us, I hope everybody was able to appreciate even the little things that that we would take for granted. I know we had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'll throw some snapshot of my wife's uh, beautiful dinette set setting pre-food. We had a good friend of ours, Al, over, and then we had my sister-in-law over. Folks don't particularly care to have their photos taken, so like my wife and or that. So it'll just be a photo of the dinette set before the food is put on it, and she's pretty proud of it. So I'm happy to share that, and then just little footage of me and my boys hanging out in my what I call my family room. It's my favorite room of the house, and just playing with the boys. And for those of you that don't know, I have three miniature dachshunds. I have my little red, which is Dakota. I call him the brick because he's about as solid as a brick. I mean, he is all muscle. And then there's Benny. Benny's my black and brown long hair that looks like he stuck a paw in a light socket. His hair is just kind of poofed up like he's having a real bad hair day. And then there's my little chocolate dapple with a little red in him. That would be Tank. He is a joy, and oh my gosh, is he full of energy. Holy moly. So, yeah. So I just thought I'd pop in. It's Sunday morning. We're 342 miles into the day. We've got 7:42 a.m. Central Standard Time. Looks like we will have some adverse conditions this week rolling through Montana and Idaho possibly. And I'm not exactly sure if we're going to make it up to Seattle. I have nothing on board going to Seattle, but that doesn't mean I won't still go up there and pick a pallet or two up from our location up there. To be determined. I will not know until probably tomorrow. If everything goes right, we will run approximately 771 miles today. We'll get ourselves over to Forsyth, Montana. As long as it stays like this, temperatures cooperate. Um, so, yeah. But other than that, I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I will start right here thanking you guys for coming along and just being who you guys are. I just love you guys. I love this community. You know, we've got Jeff up in the north in Canada. We've got Dana up in the Pacific Northwest. We got Sheila down, I believe it's Indiana. Um, we've got Trucker 302 somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it's overseas in Germany somewhere. There's Jenny in Australia. There's just, you guys are just scattered. I'm not sure where Rita's from, but she's a good sister in the Lord. And if anybody needed prayer, you can certainly leave a comment down below, and I would love to pray for you guys or stand in agreement with you guys for something. Um, if it be the Lord's will for you, we can certainly pray for things. That's encouraged on this channel. Um, then there's Paul. Not exactly sure where Paul's from. I don't know if he's ever actually given that up, which is fine. I'm always kind of curious as to where you guys hail from. Not so much where the town that you live in, but what state you guys are in, to see if it's a state that I'm either A, familiar with, B, been there much. Just always kind of curious, because I also like to, if depending on what state you guys are from, I like to grab a photo or two if I can and find something, and because I like to personalize the channel, because I always know that when I'm watching something and somebody took the time to send a photo on the channel, or that it just, for me, it's more of a connectivity. I think that's the word, uh, with that you can relate to. I mean, it's a small community. It's not like there's a ton of us. This isn't done for fortune, fame, or any of that accolades, because I rightly don't give a darn about any of that. That's not why I do this. As a matter of fact, for those of you that might not know, this all came about from the China virus. Because through the China virus, not myself, but everybody just seemed to all of a sudden become homebound, because everybody went off the rocker, not letting anybody out, get anywhere, stuck in a cubicle, stuck in their houses, or just landlocked all of a sudden. Couldn't go on vacations, couldn't do much of anything. And here I am rolling up and down the highways, and don't take this the wrong way, but for a while there, it was quite nice not having traffic on the highway, and I was able to just work, roll down the highway, and not worry about somebody trying to hit me. So, yeah, that was kind of nice for a little while. But that's how this all came about, was through that China virus, um, where I had I don't want to say a big platform, because I certainly don't have a large platform, not at like 173 folks, but I just want to be mindful of what blessings I've been given, much required. Um, so through another YouTube channel, Trucking with Schmidt, um, it had come to my attention, because I travel all over the U.S., that I share this. So that's kind of what I try to do. I'm completely organic. I'm learning on the fly. What you see is what you get. I don't buy all kinds of camera angles type stuff, and I don't do all the microphones and all the. I will look into a microphone at some time if I can ever get more than enough time to get off to go get time off in order to do that. But yeah, so I mean, I know there's other trucking channels that got all kinds of advice, got all kinds of different angles, and they go live. They do all kinds of different things. Um, but for myself, I it is what it is, or this is what you get. I got to be true to myself, you know, as we're coming through the beautiful town of Jamestown, North Dakota right now. I think that's some sort of a hospital right there. Hospital. And then off to your right here, I don't know if I can, no, I can't expand the size of this. Excuse me. But there's a big giant bison on the hill there. Welcome to Jamestown. But that's a museum of sorts. And there's the bison. I can't really enlarging it, but I don't know if they're bison around or not. But that's where we're at. We're rolling through the beautiful town of Jamestown. That is a, you know, we can say whatever we want about these cold temperatures, but it certainly does bring in some good sun, nice looking sunrises. So, well, I've gabbed enough. We've opened up with enough of this. So yeah, just a little bit about me. Um, I'm just a creature of habit. I try to, you know, I focus. I just focus more on. Well, I shouldn't say it that way because it sounds bad, but I'm laser focused on my job to support the life that I have for my wife and my boys at home. Um, this platform was never designed to earn money or to make money or to go after to make money with it. Because I think once you go do that, then you lose the love for just showing people around the country because now you're focused on making a paycheck with it. And I do that well enough with what I do for a living. I don't need to as there's a nice little sunrise I'm trying to catch in the mirror. But yeah, so I just enjoy doing this and bringing some photos and some videography with it. And so for me, I know people have suggested, well, try this, do that. I, as much as that sounds good, it wouldn't be me. Um, I'm more concerned about just do people enjoy what I'm already just doing? Does it bring joy? Does it bring peace? Does it bring my whole premise is hope. Because when a person loses hope, all bets are off. There's no worse feeling than being hopeless. And that's what was going on when people were being locked into their homes or their businesses or wherever they were being locked into or losing their businesses. They were losing hope. And if somebody could take 10 or 15 minutes, because I'm not a foolish man to think that everybody watches my entire video. I know they don't. I can see the algorithms because I have a part of my YouTube studio. I can go in and see what you guys are doing as far as the length of time people watch videos, the length of, the demographics of how, I don't know how they figure all that out, but they do. And I can see a chart that shows how many men, how many women, how many younger, how many older, people that actually follow my channel or I don't like to use the word follow, but watch the channel. Um, it somehow picks up those algorithms. That's why it's key to give a thumbs up, like, share, because that's what helps the channel grow. Leaving comments help because it's any way that you guys interact with the video in any way helps send the algorithms out. But a hopeless person is that to me that is detrimental. That really sticks in my craw. I just so if I can give someone hope, break them out of their doldrums of being stuck somewhere, and just kind of show parts of well, for those that aren't even in America, parts of our country that they may never ever get to see. So, yeah, well, we ran long. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to splice this one in with you guys. Maybe we'll continue this conversation, and maybe this is a breakout for me to finally converse with you guys if you guys like that. And if that's the point, leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys. It absolutely brightens my day when I get to get a comment from you guys because I do my very level best to answer everyone. So All right. On that, God bless. I love you guys. And as always, Lord willing, I'll get back to you later in the day. Love you. Good evening, everybody. We are done for the day. We are sitting here in our beautiful, lovely parking spot in Forsyth, Montana. What a day. Not bad. Overall, the weather cooperated. Not too much crosswinds. The weather was halfway decent, so it was a good day. We got 771 miles in on the day. We got dinner cooking in the crock pot. We got the coffee going or ready to go for in the morning. One more button. Strong. Yes. So we are done, rolled up, parked. This is the inside of Steel Horse. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is the inside. Yep, this is the boudoir. This is where I catch my Z's. And for those of you that don't know, this is also my control panel. This one up here is for my auxiliary power unit, commonly called the APU, when I can't run the big engine, which will be in the heart of winter when we start hitting our negative temperatures. Steel Horse will be idling. Well, she's idling now because I'm cooking and it's not the end of day yet. And this one over here, that's my S-bar, as you can see. I'll turn that button on in the middle, and then I can set the control panel or the heat, so that way I can have it nice and toasty warm inside here. So, but we are done. We're gonna call it a day. Also, when I get my new Steel Horse, no more cooler, refrigerator. It'll have a built-in refrigerator for me, so I won't have to deal with having a cooler in the seat, and I can have my seat back. So, but we're gonna call it a day, guys. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I certainly did. My lovely wife fixed up a really nice turkey dinner and most all the fixings. I mean, we didn't do the 3-bean casserole type thing, or we didn't do any of that, and we don't do the yams. And my wife doesn't call them deviled eggs; she calls them angel eggs. So we had those and the typical olives. I think it was about a 20-pound turkey. Mashed potatoes, some kind of a rice dish that my wife made, and a fruit salad. So all in all, it was all good. So, but we're gonna call it a day, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys are okay, I think I'm gonna start talking a little bit more. It's not about me, but I just believe if you guys are following along, you should at least know what kind of makes me tick a little bit, you know, and why I believe hope is so critical and why it's so key to life. It's just, when you lose hope, man, it's just like, I've seen people just go off the deep end when they lose hope. I mean, at that point, they're about just an edge, a razor's edge from suicidal tendencies. That it's just, and why I believe that I do, because of the different things that I've gone through in life. To cause me to think like that. So on that, my friends, God bless. Again, thank you for coming along. Thank you for coming on the journey. And yeah, we're in Forsyth, Montana. Tomorrow our agenda is at least Ritzville, Washington, if not Lind, Washington. Depending on weather, western Montana right now is getting hit pretty good, or it was earlier today. So I don't know. I might be chaining up trying to get over Homestake Pass or Galitzin Pass or Tobacco Root Pass, or there's 4th of July in Idaho. There's Lookout in Montana. So tomorrow should prove to be an interesting day. So we should be driving in some element or the leftovers thereof. All right, guys. God bless. As always, I love you guys. Catch you tomorrow, Lord willing.
Good morning, baby. Tink, 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 tink. Does your foot taste good? Does your foot taste good?